As was foreseen by the sages, the might of the forces of Qin was irresistible. Following the fall of the ignoble kingdom of Han, the states of Zhao, Wei, and the once powerful Shu also succumbed. Now, for the first time, from north of the Great Yellow River to south of the wide Yangtze, all civilized people bow low to the tiger of Qin, King Zhen, son of Zhuangshan of Qin. Our triumphant leader, to properly set himself above other mere kings and princes, has taken the befitting title of Shi Huangdi, or First Emperor. A glittering new capital is needed, and a grand palace for a noble emperor. An impressive new road, the Imperial Way, will be an excellent choice for the royal ward and upper-class neighborhoods. Our exalted emperor, no doubt, has many great projects in mind for his capital that he has not yet told us of, so do not squander the land and its resources.
G'day mates, and welcome back to Emperor. It's been a mighty long time since I managed to record. I think it's been nearly a week, just over a week and a half now. I've been very, very busy. And I have been working, as some of you know, as a truffle farmer. So now that we're in winter, that is the truffle season here in Australia. So I have been digging up those truffles like you wouldn't believe. If people are interested in a video on truffle, I may well do that at a later date. But otherwise, I think I'll just continue on and head into the city. Let's have a quick look here. Now, pause time, slow it right down so when I unpause it doesn't go wild. And let's have a look at this massive map. Holy shit, this is a big map. This is a huge map. Now we need to build a large palace, which is probably a wonder of some sort, and 200 people need to be in impressive compounds. Now that is a lot of people. That is, I think that's 10 houses. I think they hold 20 each. So, yeah, let's have a quick look at our large palace. It's a big long palace. We built one of these before, so that is not going to be too difficult. To that end, I think we're going to need a lot of houses here. We're going to need to service probably 2 blocks worth of nobles. I don't really know how I'm going to do this. These rocks are in the way. If they weren't there, I mean, feng shui would be more difficult, but it'd be a hell of a lot more simple to just build housing around it. But God, I hate feng shui in this game. I just want to clear those rocks out and just have a nice big area for building. Really have no idea how I'm going to do this. Let's have a look at our food types anyway. So we've got here 3 types of food. Hemp is always good as well. And a 4th type there. So we should be able to level up quite easily. The problem, of course, is that the fish is all the way... Yeah, there's not a huge number of fishing spots. I suppose I can get a fair few here. And if I keep the... Where am I going to put the mill? I'm thinking of having all the farming along here, somewhere, have the mill up here somewhere, and just have a bunch of housing blocks running off sort of in that direction. Although that gets in the way a bit, but you know, one housing block here, another one here, and then some noble quarters or something. Oh, I don't know how I'm going to do this. This is a really shit map. I could do it all up here and farm there, but then I can't get the fish and I'll need to import food. So let's have a look at the map to that end. That's odd. Must be the Philippines down there. Is there anybody open with trade at the beginning? Okay, we know Xianyang. That's where we were last time. They will produce cabbage, which... What can we grow? We cannot grow cabbage, so we can get a 4th food type from them. That may be better, and no doubt we can find other sources from other people as well. So I think rather than fish, I'm going to get food that way. Because... yeah, probably a little bit too far away from me. Anything else we can do? Let's have a quick look. I haven't played for a while, so I'm a bit out of practice. We've got clay pits. We've got timber. Ooh, okay, can we grow... Okay, we can make silk, but we can't make lacquer. And we'll need lacquer, so I'll have to import... the lacquer from somebody. No doubt somebody will sell me lacquer to make lacquerware. We do need wares of some sort to level up our housing. Look, I'm going to keep plugging around. So I'm going to figure out how I'm going to approach this. Really am not entirely sure. We're going to need a big city, and then I'll cut back once I'm prepared. cut back here quickly. It looks like we have Grand Ways and Imperial Ways, and as far as I can tell, that is a 3x1 road, so they're now extra wide. That will be very, very nice. Alrighty, and this is the city as we're going to be set up. Employees needed, excellent. We have a fairly large area set up. We've got 1, 2, 3 housing blocks. The third one is not set up because I'm not going to be able to have the cash, I think, to spend all of that in one go. So I'm going to set that up in time. We've got 2 large housing blocks, or 1 large one, 1 medium one, set up here quite nicely. Most things are in feng shui. Let's have a quick look at that. Most things are in feng shui. Okay, I'll take that back. Everything's in feng shui. But it won't be like that for long. I really, especially this one here, there are no rocks with which to put down the watchtower feng shui stuff, so I really don't care too much about that. I've done the best I can, but I'm not going to go overboard with it. I do realise as well that I am building on a lot of beautiful, beautiful arable land here, and it would have been probably more efficient to build up here, but I didn't like what I could get the city layout to look like up here. It was just a bit messy, and I do like this solid, compact, actual block style. Makes me sort of think of a much more coherent city. We've also got the noble block down here. Now, I've fiddled around with my designs off camera for a long, long time, and I think I have a block. I can fit all 10 of them in here, hopefully, assuming, of course, that these little rocks don't get in the way, but I think I can get everything fitting quite nicely and have at least 10 of the noble houses in here somewhere. Okay, this was unexpected. Shu has become a vassal. You will be happy. We will be happy to do whatever you bid. Okay. Ying has become an ally. Hangzhang has become an ally. Let's have a quick look what that means to us. Shu will sell us lacquer. That's very, very nice. And they are loyal. What is their current tribute? Cash. I might change that at a later date. Lacquer would be really helpful. Rice as well could help us with food, and they'll buy ceramics, what might be nice to sell, although there's not very many of them. Xianyang now trades with us, which is brilliant. They will buy, I suppose they'll buy any excess lacquerware we can make. That is kind of good. We might be able to make something there, but not hugely useful. And Ying will buy, quite a bit of lacquerware. So how much lacquer do you sell? Loads of it. So we can actually get some lacquerware going up very, very shortly. I'm going to need to cut down a lot of trees for that though. Everybody else, I may as well, wrong button. I may as well send off and try and open trade with the remaining people as well. And there we go, Shu has rebelled. It's been 3 months since I started the game, and already Shu is rebelling, so they're not going to pay tribute, and I suspect very much this was put in because that'll be the only source of lacquer, I think. And what they're doing here is essentially preventing me from being able to trade with them by making them a vassal and then making them rebel. It's a bit of a sneaky game mechanic, but I guess it's something I have to work around. Looks like Anyi, Linzi have now become my allies as well. That's brilliant. Linzi will buy more ceramics. I'll buy silk though. Very, very helpful, and they'll sell me some bean curd as well. So I think food types will be important here because I have built on a lot of the arable land. Yeah, so it looks like silk from Anyi, 12 there, and 24. So I think silk might actually be a better thing than lacquer, simply because I'll need to go about cutting down a whole bunch of trees and importing the lacquer just to do lacquerware. Whereas silk, I can do quite simply maybe up here somewhere and get that all done quickly. You can see I've done a little bit of a pattern here with the food. Just being a bit of an idiot there, but having fun nonetheless. And there we go, Wu has become an ally as well. I don't know what's going on here. I guess we are, I suppose, the imperial ruler now. We're moving into the imperial age, but now Wu is indeed our ally as well. They will buy lacquerware, not very helpful. They won't buy a huge amount there. I suppose lacquerware at a later date, but Shu will only sell us 36. They will, however, sell us jade, which means we could do we have jade carvers? We do have jade carvers. That could be an interesting idea to do at some point in the future. Well, that's interesting. I was just browsing around the map when I noticed that we can actually mine some copper down here. Copper ore deposits. Now, if we go into government, I can actually bring up my mint and throw a mint down here and just have that ticking away, making cash in the background for me. I can't see any reason not to do that. So since I have already placed down the admin city, which I will get to in a second. Where are you in here? I don't know if it'll block access. They can go around anyway. May as well just delete all that. And there we go. We're going to ourselves a little mint set up there, and that will go out once they eventually get enough workers coming in to take care of that. So I have thrown the admin city in here, enough space for housing around here. I'm thinking of having the palace here if it'll fit. It may actually go all the way up and touch that. Trade with Lindsay, Anyi, Wu. Nomad camps have rejected. Let's have a quick look at what the nomad camps will do. They need silk, so it is going to be worthwhile to produce silk and sell to them as well, I suspect. Lindsay... Oh, I see, we trade via water. That means I'm going to have to get my silk down here somewhere. So I think I'll do all my silk farming over in this big expanse over here, and leave this area pretty much for food and possibly the monument, depending on how I do that. The other thought I had was to put the monument down here, but we will see how we go anyway. Fire in the city, let's have a look. Okay, for some reason, you cannot access the labour pool. Why the can you not access the labour pool? I suspect it has something to do with... Where is that building? Wait, I can't see. Oh, I hate rotating stuff around. I've lost where that building is. Okay, so either way, I need to get through here somewhere. So I suspect it has something to do with a not having a ferry across the river. So let's build ourselves a little bit of a bridge here. Water crossing bridge. Okay, build a bridge, and hopefully now you can access the labour pool. Not liking your chances of accessing the labour pool while you're on fire. Okay, that's going to burn itself out. I've thrown a shit ton of money into that, but it doesn't really matter too much. We can always rebuild when it eventually goes away. And there we go. I did need a bridge over the river. I was not aware of that, but I'll keep that in mind for future. So now the mint has been replaced down, and it can start chipping in and helping to pay for itself in the future. Of course, we've got some woodcutters over here. They will stock up this here, and our tax collector's offices are down and prepared. So once we get timber in there, we can start taxing our people, and that will, by getting onto this earlier, I think that will actually give me a good opportunity to... Opinions plummeted. Why is opinion plummeted? Why, oh why, has opinion of me plummeted? No idea. I think I'll have to lower tax rates if I can find... this game is poorly set up sometimes. Let's go and lower the tax rate down to nothing for the time being. That'll make people a little bit happier. Now, they are going to require food very, very shortly, but we are beginning our farming right now once people get all their jobs. Okay, the first food shop is down and the mill is loading. The problem is that it seems to be quite far away, and I think with 3 food types coming into harvest throughout the year, they're not going to be able to drop them all the way down. So what I've done is I've put another mill here, and this one's set only to accept. I may make this the primary mill later if things work. Actually, I may need to move all of these. I didn't think about that very much. My planning's all over the place at the moment. Yeah, I wanted a grand market square to go there. It should fit with the mill, but this one here is going to have to move. So we'll throw the warehouse over here. It's not going to be in feng shui, but like I've said before, I really don't care too much about that. Okay, 1,000 people have just ticked over, and unemployment is acceptable. I basically got a whole bunch of food farms going on here. May as well just dump it in early rather than struggle with food like I normally do. So I think 4 farms should be able to produce enough, and of course the 2 hemp farms are going to require somewhere to store it. So let's throw down another warehouse. You know what, there is looking spectacular for a warehouse right now. You can be a... If I could find hemp, you can be a hemp storage warehouse, and I can use other getting warehouses if required to move it around. How's our food going? Our food's going reasonably well at the moment. I think, do I want 2 mills here? It may actually be worthwhile to make this the central mill. I'm going to need to rethink my 3 housing setup in future, I think, if things don't work out very well here. But for the time being, we've got enough food coming in, and this close mill and the getting mill over there should work up. And when this one fills up, they will travel the longer distance if required. Okay, with industry on a low priority, things are starting to look pretty good. We've got our silk industry all set up. This is going to be the bare bones of it. We've got this little guy walking around here, this inspector, and that should maintain everything we need just here. So I can add more stuff on, additional trading stations up here as required, but that will allow us to begin exporting all the silk that we're going to have available. I'll be able to send some silk off to the gods as well. When is the next silk season? April. So we've missed it for this year, but not by too much. We'll be heading in shortly, and I think 6 of them should be enough. As unemployment begins to increase, I have more than enough space here to throw down additional silk farming, and yeah, I've got a lot of space and a lot of ways to work this, so I think I will be fine. With regards to these guys, they need plain food. It's probably worthwhile converting up to plain food now. And how are our employees going? We're going pretty well, but I think it's going to be worthwhile feeding these guys as well. With extra food coming in, we can put them on and immediately give them plain food as well. They're able to source it from this close mill here, with this other mill, I suppose, just absorbing any extra. Didn't quite get it down in time. No festival this year, even though I have got musician people in, because they haven't quite made it to, haven't sent a walker off to either of these things yet. And there we go, looks like musicians have arrived. Now, things are starting to look very, very good. We're going to move on to ceramics shortly, and once I get ceramics done, I'll be able to start placing down my noble quarters. We'll get them down early, so we can start generating even more tax income. Let's just double check. Our gods are still happy. We get a couple of years out of them in the early game, and I think I'll start feeding them silk to make them happy, so the gods can work on that. You require hemp. How's our... Yep, work is going pretty well. We're going to have a massive, wrong one, hemp shop. We're going to have a massive shoot up very shortly, so you can get the hemp as well. And I may get another hemp farm, I think. I'll burn that bridge when I get to it. For now, though, it's going to be pottery. Now, the question is, where am I going to do the pottery? I'm thinking up here is going to be the easiest location, although, actually, yeah, I'll just do it back here. Okay, little pottery warehouse set up here. That'll be able to accept everything from our little pottery area down here. Now, I have also noticed that I wasn't really paying attention. The river does curve around, so I actually have access to fish here. So I'm going to supplement my food stocks slightly. I don't really need it yet, but no doubt in the near future we're going to require quite a lot of additional food. So having additional food sources should be enough. It will mean I won't need to import quite just yet. This is kind of funny looking, these farms. I may not do it in the future. Yeah, I suppose it's kind of cool. I probably should have done it this way rather than the direction I've done it. So it does hold up a little bit better in this northeast, southwest direction. It's rather interesting. Wages have decreased across the empire. Now, I don't know if that means... Thank you. I don't know if that means that I have to change anything. I'm assuming normal means that the wage payroll, I shouldn't have checked what it was beforehand. Who knows? Either way, our gods are beginning to get a little bit unhappy. So at this point, I think it will be time to start gifting them our silk and various other goods. And with that, our gods now very, very happy, and we can begin to export the silk. So we're now selling as much silk as we can get. The boats will come through fairly often, and we should be able to just smash out a hell of a lot of silk. Now, I feel that there's too many weavers here for the number of farms we've got, perhaps. Let's celebrate. High unemployment, excellent. I was waiting for that. Yeah. So I was concerned that this may be too many farms or too many weavers for the number of farms, but it seems to be holding up so far. We'll really see how this goes. If necessary, I can throw down additional weavers in the future. The real problem now is, can I actually export it all? I'll need to bring the nomad camps on side, I suspect. Now, we've got a lot of ceramics down. This is going to allow us to throw down the elite housing. Let's get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to need 10 of them. So 6, 7, 8. I may as well delete those at a later date. I hope I haven't deleted too many. Yep. Okay, let's see if I can undo that. Does that make a difference? Unfortunately, no, it doesn't. I deleted too much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, can... Let's go. 1 crate of ceramics. Okay, so we've thrown them all down. That is a sufficient amount. I've got 10 there. I can throw down another one if required. Let's throw down a palace over here. Actually, let's put you right next to the palace. That'll look very beautiful there. Can I fit one of these? Yeah, I can fit one on the other side of the palace as well. Ceramics are in. Let's beautify the area up. Well, that's a bit shit. I have, since extending that road down there, it's caused my hemp warehouse to completely collapse. There's a concern now that... I have to throw you there. The concern now is that this food warehouse will also collapse very, very shortly. The hemp I can get back pretty easily. It'll just farm back very quickly, but losing all that food would be a massive blow. Let's see what we can do for these. I'm actually going to decrease you all to 8 again, now that I've got fish coming in. Please, please, please don't collapse. I need you to go up at least that far. I may need to actually. Let's see if we can level this guy up. And... is that enough? Perhaps not. Yeah, I don't think it is going to level up. Maybe at a later date. For now, though, let's have a look. Things are going pretty well down here. I'm going to require a hemp shop as well. A food shop that I think I was placing when that thing collapsed. And let's start with... actually, let's just go tasty food anyway. We're going to require tasty food. We're going to need a tax official here as well. Let's throw a tax office... I think that should do, actually. They may not like living next to it, so I can move that later if required. But we'll get the Ancestral Shrine down. We will get the Confucian Academy in. And we may as well get a Taoist Temple as well. And we are seriously running out of place to put this. You know what, I'll just put you in between there. I think that should beautify the area quite nicely. Okay, ceramics massively stockpiled up. Let's throw down a shop for each of these. We're going to need to absorb all this unemployment as well. So let's just have a quick look. Current unemployment is at 8%, which is reasonably high. So, ooh, I need a herbalist. Thank you for reminding me. I need a herbalist stall in here. And I've got a watchtower down already. We're going to need an acupuncturist as well. That should cover everything we require in this area. Is there anything else we require? Yep. So unemployment is going to shoot through the roof very soon. So to that end, I think it's worthwhile if we create access over... there we go. Access over here. Click that button. So we now have worker access to this little area up here. And this, I think, is where we're going to build the monument. We'll get started on that reasonably quickly. I think we're going to require stone, perhaps. So we may need to import that, but I'll burn that bridge later. It doesn't say what I require. If I place this down, let's place it... I don't want to build it too... in case I need this area later. I don't know if I'm coming back to this mission. Doesn't matter. Let's place that right there and see what happens. Now, do I require anything? I require 1 stone, 1 clay, and a bunch of wood. So... where can I get stone from? Doesn't matter, I don't care. We'll get started on the base of it first. Okay, employees completely taken care of. This monument area is fully set up. I could probably even shut a fair few of these down. Let's probably do that until the workforce gets a little more under control. Early on, we require a bunch of carpenters and wood, so I think we can actually shut all of these guys down. We're not going to need them just yet. Yep, timber cutters going, and the carpenters are prepared to head off shortly. They'll be able to build up, and I'll come back to that as required. Cash is holding fairly steady. Do I have a tax collector over here? It's hard to keep track of what I'm doing. I do have a tax collector, and these people require an acrobat before they can level up. So why oh why? The acrobat should be here.
This city is wonderful. Great minds think alike.
Not sure just yet. There we go. That should give us the acrobat that we require. Foreign emissary comes in. Gift of panda. Thank you very much. So Shu seems to be reasonably happy. Let's Let's have a look what Xu wants to stop them rebelling. They require ceramics, so how about we give them a huge big gift of ceramics, and we'll give them a couple of those until they stop rebelling. We've got more than enough of that hanging around. They require silk next. So to that end, I think we can throw down another little warehouse here. Again, poorly placed. But you, my friend, can get silk. You can get up to 16. And that'll give us the silk we require to level these guys up. I'm going to have to look at wares next. And that's going to involve a trading route. New Year, yes. Happy New Year. A trading route is going to be a little more difficult. I could probably bring it in here, cut down this and create the lacquer over here. 3,000 people. Excellent. How's our unemployment going? Increasing. And that'll allow me to get lacquer in because I'm going to require more wood for this to work. Another foreign emissary. Let's have a look at them. A Gobi Bear from the Nomad Camps. Thank you very much. Another one. Wood from Xianyang. We'll accept that. Shu is also grateful for the ceramics. And let's send off another little gift off to Shu to keep them very, very happy. I think another big chunk of ceramics will keep them going. Now, what you can see here is a little bit of a weapons producing thing. I noticed that these guys will sell me iron and they will buy weapons. That's basically free money for the cost of a small amount of employment and setup. I'm actually not exporting the weapons just yet. I'm going to stockpile them temporarily. That'll allow me to build up a military if required. Lindsay requires wood. Fine, have it. I'm not going to bother asking for anything back from you just yet. It's got a long way for you to travel, unfortunately. But I'm not too bothered with that. They can make their own way as required. We're not going to be able to import very much per year anyway. So we only need 2 traders to come through to max that one out. Down here, of course, silk is stockpiling up quite a lot. So we need to look at other people who will buy silk. Looks like Yi will buy it. And they're not going to sell anything that I really require. They will sell some iron, which could be useful, but I think Yi is going to be the next trading station I throw down here. And you can buy all the silk available. Anyone else that buys silk, Wu will not buy silk. Nomad Camps might though. So if we send them a medium gift of silk, I think we'll be able to open trade with them and get a shit ton of cash coming in that way. Where is a collapsed building? Okay, oops, that was a little bit annoying. Let's undo that. And there we go. Okay, I'm going to have to throw down another little, how do you call it, another little inspector's tower here. I'm not going to bother too much with feng shui anymore. At this point, I've very much given up on it. Harmonious balance. We have a lot of unharmonious stuff around the place. Lindsay regards me highly. Shu should have stopped rebelling shortly. Yeah, there's quite a few unharmonious things, but at this point, there's not much I can do about that. And there we go. Trade with the Nomad Camps has opened up. How much will they buy? Let's have a look at this. Nomad Camps will throw you down. You will buy not very much silk, but you know what? They will pay for themselves very quickly because we have additional silk to spare. These factories are running at max speed and it is beginning to back up. May as well give you guys wood. There's not much else use for it. Let's actually have a quick look down here. Actually, I'm going to need to get these guys working, and that will absorb most of that unemployment that we've got sitting around, which is going to be brilliant. And we're going to start working then on getting this monument set up. Excellent. Everything looks like it's being taken care of. Shu is still grateful for the ceramics. That I believe is the 3rd or 4th thing we've sent them. I'm going to keep trying on this, but very shortly I'm going to start conquering them if they don't start buying in the good way. So they're on borrowed time at the moment. If they, there we go. Well, lucky for them. How foolish I was being. Very foolish indeed. I was about to conquer you and pillage your town. So you did manage to come out on top there. Docile, return to the fold, pay me tribute, and look forward to resuming trade with me. Now that's the important part. We've got all the timber set up here, and with that, what I can do is throw down Shu. There we go. There's Shu. Pain in the ass. What, we accept a trade agreement? Yes, we will agree with that. Happy New Year, blah blah. Let's get this done and see if I can get it in. Thank you. See if I can get a harmonious location for this. If not... Yep, okay. Just put it there then. we're going to import as much lacquer as we can. Now it should deliver the lacquer directly in. Rice we don't need, exports. You may as well export the ceramics. It's sort of a long... I may need to up my ceramics production, but for the time being I'm fairly happy with that. I'm going to give you some ceramics as well. Just a small gift for now to keep you on side. Now with that we can throw down some lacquerware makers. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5 will do for now. That should be more than enough lacquer. They will buy nothing else that we need. Was there somebody up here who would buy lacquer? Actually, there's a few people who will buy lacquerware, but I think for the time being we're going to just pour that into our noble houses here. So we're going to need a fair bit of lacquer. It's going to be stored here at the silk place. So lacquerware up to 16 as well. Okay, once we've got all this sorted, I think we will be done to essentially win this mission. Of course, once this is all taken care of. Now, where am I going to get the stone from? Actually, I'm going to require stone from somebody. Stone from somebody. I'm sure I've passed it already. Let me think about this again. Stone coming from Xianyang. Okay, I'm going to get them to import a little bit of stone. They are up here. And then I can use a getting warehouse to bring that down as well. Let's just use 4 for the time being. Okay, the city is now requiring more workers. To that end, what I'm going to do is throw down an additional little area here. Where are we? Grand Way. I can level this place up, and that will give me the final amount of workers I need. It's probably going to be overkill, but it gives me an excuse to expand some of my other industries as well. I'm not really sure what I'm going to require, but I suppose I could throw more farms down or something. Maybe we can do a little bit more trade with other people. But cash is shooting through the roof. And if we get these people down, I won't level them up too far, but I can get something basic at the very least. Xianyang is under attack. We don't have a military in place though. That is not good. So I'm going to temporarily stop building that and cut over and get a military. We're going to want probably... Well, that's nice. Throw some cavalry there. And I reckon just infantry forts back here should be sufficient. Yeah, I don't know how many I can fit in. I'm going to find locations for them. Alright, Xianyang is still under attack. We are going to postpone because we have no troops to send at the moment. Wood from Lindsay, thank you very much. I'm going to keep building this one up here. And again, it's not going to be harmoniously placed, but we'll do the best we can as per usual. Trade with the nomad camps suspended. That is a small concern, but it's not really going to hit our bottom line. I'm going to throw down the nice big Taoist temple here, simply because I have the space. Confucian Academy not required. Ancestral Shrine already down. Yeah, Xianyang is not very happy with me. That is the canal city, I believe, but they will survive. They had a little bit of a military anyway. Need more workers. I am currently surviving. Let's just see how everything's going here. Oh, whoa. Have I had some major devolutions or something? Oh no, it's all the military stuff I've just done, that's why. So in that case, I'm going to throw down a couple more shops. We're going to require a hemp shop as well. And I may as well throw down a ceramic shop while we've got it. That will get these guys properly leveled up. And with that, our noble housing is evolving up to impressive compound. I finally noticed the lacquerware had built up and I've thrown them in. Most of them are going to humble compound. Actually, no, they're all going to impressive compound. We only require... Oh no, we do require impressive compound. Okay, then that's good that they're leveling all the way up. This one, assuming they can go all the way up. Yeah, they all require drama access from here on out, and that is not something that I can build. So this area is completely done. I'm going to spend a little bit of time beautifying it as required. I'm not sure exactly what I'll do, but I'll play around with that. And our army is beginning to build up here. It's sort of scattered through a whole bunch of different units, but we can't get much more iron in for the time being. So how about we use you to get as much iron as you can, up to say 12 or 16, and I think we can import iron from a couple of other people. You'll import iron, so we'll bring it in there, and we're currently suspended trading with you. Is there anyone else who will bring in iron? I don't think so. And there we go, nicely beautified up. It's actually looking quite spectacular. Little statues everywhere. I do find that the gardens, I've said a few times, the gardens need more employees in this game, in Emperor, are a little bit messy. It's harder to see the statues of the place around, but I suppose it all blends in quite nicely. Things are ticking over quite well down here. I really wish they wouldn't go all the way down the bottom here. I can delete that, and then they'll come around in the north bit, but then of course the timber guys have to go all the way up as well, so perhaps I wonder if I just cut access to both of them, what would happen. Let's try that out ourselves. Here we go, we'll see what happens now. Nope, turns out that the building does require access to a road for to even demand things, so I'm going to have to baby it and I guess have these guys coming from the north, and then I suppose rebuild it and have you come in from the south, perhaps. Who knows. And here we go, we're heading into the final phases of the monument. I don't think we actually have built this monument before, or perhaps I've not seen it from this particular angle. What do you want? Gift of wood. We've got so much wood. I'll just give it to you because you are my current god who's helping me build this monument. But things are going pretty well. It's looking very, very nice. We're nearly done here. Okay, and here we go. One mason. I'm assuming they're going to put the stairs in, and with that we should be finished and heading on to victory. So let's roll on and have a quick look at the victory screen. There we go. Large palace complete. Nicely done. And onwards to victory.
Well done. Xianyang, the new capital of the Empire of Qin, is off to an auspicious start. In a few years you will probably return here, but for now, Qin Shi Huangdi has a new assignment for you in uncharted territory, far to the south.
And there you go, guys. That is the next episode of Emperor. We've thrown in Xianyang, I think it was, yeah, Xianyang. So that's that one done, and it looks like we will be coming back to this one. So it's quite nice, well-designed city. We've got a hell of a lot of resources here, and I've got more than enough space in my third housing block to actually throw down a bunch more houses if I take out some of those decorations. And if need be, we've got more than enough space to even throw down a fourth housing block if required. We've got a lot of space, a lot of food. And with that, guys, I'm going to head off and go grade some truffles. Looks like work rests for no man, so I'm going to have to head off. And I'll see you guys when the next episode comes out, hopefully in less time than a week, but we never ever know. Take care, guys. I'll see you around.